space between the two audio files. So I have corrected that, and so a corrected episode 80 is now available. I have no news about my son, who is a Marine in Okinawa. Now today, being Wednesday, July 8th of 2009, I went to the comic store, which is Acme Comics in Longwood, and their website is acme-superstore.com, and I bought Megalicious the Tick, The Rise of the Setting Sun, number 1 of 4. The Tick is one of my favorite superhero series and cartoons. I have the live action series from Fox, as well as the first 2 series of the animated Tick on DVD. And so I always like a new Tick story. Next, I bought one of the DC's After Watchmen What's Next reprints, and I got a reprint of Tom Strong number 1, which was written by Alan Moore, and can't go wrong there. And I also bought Superman World of New Krypton number 5 of 12, and that was a doozy of a read. I didn't see the ending coming, and I'm, as I've said in the past, and on my pull list blog, I said that the last couple of years have been about the best Superman stories I've read in a long time. And later this afternoon, I took my daughter to Lake Sumter Community College, which is the local 2-year college where I graduated from in 1980, way back when. I got an Associate of Science degree in Commercial Art. And while she is a high school senior, she was going to her new student orientation. I didn't go in with her, so to bide my time, I went to the campus library, where I registered my Lake County library card so that I could check books out from the campus library. And I was looking around, and I checked out the DC Comics, a celebration of the world's favorite comic book heroes by Les Daniels, and as well as Comics, that's Comix, a history of comic books in America, also by Les Daniels. I assume it's the same person. And Big Red, 3 months aboard a Trident nuclear submarine by Douglas C. Waller, which seems an odd combination of the 3 books, but I believe I saw this book presented by the author on Book TV, on C-SPAN 2, I think it is. And I wanted to read about life aboard a confined ship like a submarine, in order to do a little research for science fiction comic book I have, but nothing it's years down the road. So, but I wanted to get an idea of what a real ship was like, and that's all I have on that. Now, while I was in the library, I did read an issue of Starlog magazine, which I was surprised to see. Back when I was in high school, and for a couple of years after I graduated high school, I used to read it. I didn't realize it was still in publication, or perhaps it resumed publication. I'm not sure. But in either case, I believe it was the April 2009 issue. It had a big center section devoted to the Watchmen movie. But at the end, it had a really great article about an interview with Murphy Anderson. And that was big treat for me. And that's all the news I have for myself. And let's get to the topic of the episode, the 1940 Superman cartoon and the Fleischer Studio. As I mentioned at the beginning of episode 79, one of the things I got for Father's Day, other than a cool Action Comics t-shirt featuring the cover for Action Comics 23, I believe, I also got a copy of the latest DVD collection titled Max Fleischer's Superman 1941 to 1942, which was released on April 7th of 2009. It included a preview of the upcoming Warner Premiere direct-to-DVD animated movie Green Lantern, as well as special features on a history of superhuman characters through eons of literature, as well as a history of the Fleischer Studio itself. The cartoons were reproduced from the original masters, and only a brief part of a scene of the Superman cartoon Terror on the Midway seemed a bit blurry or of poor quality after all these decades. But otherwise, this DVD set is perfect for any fan of animation or Superman in particular. And I thought I would interrupt my summer series on imaginary Superman stories to highlight these cartoons and the Fleischer Studio which produced them. The Fleischer Studio began as Inkwell Studios in 1921, founded by brothers Max and Dave Fleischer. Dave served as director and supervised production, and Max served as a producer. They gained their experience by working previously for J.R. Bray's Paramount Pictograph film magazine